This is lesson 5, and we're going to be exploring linear systems. So far, all the systems we've studied have had one point of intersection or one solution. But in fact, a linear system can have one solution, no solution, or an infinite number of solutions. And you can determine this using the slope and y-intercept without having to graph the line. Before we get to that, let's give ourselves a visual. So one solution, we already know what that looks like. I have here to the right our Cartesian plane showing line 1, here's line 1, and line 2 intersecting, and we have one solution. Okay, so one solution or one POI, point of intersection. So let's go ahead and we're going to write one solution. We know the graphs of the lines intersect. This is what we're familiar with. Now, if we did not have the graph in front of us, we can tell just by the equations whether or not there is one solution. And we do that by looking at the slopes. So the slopes of lines of lines that intersect are different. Okay, that's what we would look for. And we don't worry about the y-intercepts. We're only looking if the slopes are different. Let's look at the next situation, which is no solution. We can see here on our Cartesian plane that line 1 and line 2 are parallel to each other. If you have parallel lines, they can never cross, and therefore you have no solution, no point of intersection. So let's write that down. The graphs of the lines are parallel and will never meet. And what we look at, if we don't have the graphs in front of us to see if the lines are parallel, we know that parallel lines have the same slope. So we're looking for slopes that are equal. If we have equal slopes, we know the lines could be parallel, but we have to look for one more thing. They also have to have different y-intercepts. Where they cross the y-axis have to also be different. So slopes are equal, y-intercepts are not equal. If you have two lines that have slopes that are equal and y-intercepts that are not equal, then that means we'll have no solution, no POI. All right, let's take a look now at the last situation. Infinite number of solutions. Now, I forgot to add something to this line. We're going to have an extra set of arrows. So we have line 1 here, and then if we have another line that is the exact same line, line 2, that's when you get an infinite number of solutions. So in this situation, the graphs of the lines are identical. So the equations might look slightly different, but the graphs are identical. In this case, you also would still have slopes that are equal. But this time you can see that the y-intercept of line 1 is the same y-intercept of line 2. So we got to look to the y-intercepts now. If the y-intercepts are equal, then we know that we have an infinite number of solutions. So infinite number of solutions means all of these points are shared by both line 1 and line 2. Okay, they're all shared. All right, let's see how this is going to work now with determining whether we have one solution, no solution, or an infinite number of solutions when we have a linear system given to us. So our first example here, it says to determine the number of solutions for each linear system, the steps are above. The first thing we're going to do is ensure both linear relations are in the form y equals mx plus b. And we do that so that we can easily identify the slope and the y-intercept. Okay, our first set of lines, so again, remember, this is a linear system. We're considering them at the same time. We're not going to graph them. We're going to decide, using the slopes and the y-intercepts, whether there's one solution, no solution, or an infinite number. All right, once you have your lines in mx plus b form, we're going to write the slope and the y-intercept for each. So for line 1, I'm going to find the slope, and I do a subscript 1, so I know this slope belongs to the first line. So for line 1, the slope is 2, and the y-intercept, so again, we'll do b1 of line 1, the y-intercept is 1. All right, now we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for equation 2. So the slope of equation 2, so we do m with subscript 2, is -1, and the b value, or the y-intercept, of the second line is 7. All right, so we can see here that since the slopes are different, and if you need a reminder, turn the page. I'll go back on mine. Since the slopes are different, we know then that is one solution, right? Different slopes, one solution. Okay, so we'll say, since the slopes are different, therefore, oops, I'll change back to black, therefore, there is one solution. And remember what one solution means? Okay, that means one point of intersection. All right, let's try the second example. So the second example says -3y equals 5 minus 2x and 4x minus 1 equals 6y. So these linear relations clearly are not in mx plus b form. So let's go ahead and start by rearranging the first equation. Okay, I'll have to divide everything by -3. So y equals, we'll have -5 over 3 plus 2 over 3x. And then I'm just going to rewrite that so that my x term is first, because that's how we're used to seeing it in mx plus b. All right, I'm going to state my m. So for line 1, m is 2/3, and my y-intercept is -5/3. Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to go line 2 and we'll do the same thing. So we're going to rearrange. This time we will divide everything by 6. So 4 over 6 we'll put in lowest terms is 2/3 x minus 1/6 equals y. And then I'll just rewrite it the way we're used to seeing mx plus b. We'll go ahead and state our m, which is 2/3, and we'll state our b. Oops, this is the second line, so we'll do m2 and b2, which is -1/6. All right, so let's look what we have. We have same slope and different y-intercept. So since the slopes are the same, and the y-intercepts are different, therefore, so let's remember, we'll go back. So when we have same slopes and different y-intercepts, that means no solution. So that means we have two parallel lines. Okay, so we have parallel lines. Let's go ahead, and we know parallel lines have no solution. So therefore no solution. We could also say no POI. All right, we got the second example done. Let's do our third example. Okay, so here's our linear system. I have equation 1 and equation 2. And for this one, again, we're going to need to rearrange. So I have 4x minus 2y equals 6. So I'll leave the -2y. And we'll divide by -2 each term. So y equals positive 2x minus 3. m1 is 2 and b1 equals -3. All right, let's take our second equation and we'll go ahead and rearrange. So I'm going to leave 3y where it's at and bring the 9 to the other side. And we'll just divide everything by 3. So y equals 2x minus 3. m1 equals 2 and b1 equals -3. And look at that, we have same slope and same y-intercept. So we'll write our since the slopes are the same, actually I'm going to rewrite that. I'll put since the slopes and the y-intercepts are the same. Okay, and I have noticed my writing is getting pretty bad here. Hopefully you're understanding it. Okay, the slopes, since the slopes and the intercepts are the same, if we go back and look at our chart to help us, when we have slopes are equal, y-intercepts are equal, so slopes are the same, y-intercepts the same, infinite number of solutions. So that means it's the same line. If we were to graph both of these lines, line 1 and line 2, we would get the exact same line. So therefore, we have infinite number of solutions. All right, that's the end of our lesson, and hopefully this will help you understand the different solutions you can have in linear systems. Have a great day.